Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Cobalt Core, where we have a run that's going, like, pretty fine. It's basically okay. It's a very basic run with the very basic ship, and for the moment, things seem to be, yeah, they're good. Hey, you've been loitering around the Cobalt for a while, right? It's called the Cobalt? Huh? Yeah, have you been taking sensor readings of it? They'd be really helpful for me. Oh, I don't know. Maybe? When I stole this ship, it didn't come with the manual. I mean, they seem to have figured out how to use the missile launcher just fine. Alright, well... there's no reason not to charge beam. I can probably... we can just burn that, right? So let's hit the overflowing power for sure. Charge beam, allowing us to stun you out of your attempts to give me garbage. And then we'll just, like, throw up some evade. Do I want to push all the way over? I'm okay taking a hit to the shields here to preserve one evade. Okay, solar wind to the left is actually probably going to be really helpful. It's hard to not want to just, like, move over and hit stun source. I know it feels like a little bit of a waste to not actually deal any damage with stun source, but at least it gets the thing on. Alternatively, nah, we don't need the buff that badly. Let me try to wind some other stuff up instead. So we'll hit draw shot here. Stun surge seems fine. And then we'll, just burn the corrupted core. I think that's probably a better use of our turn. I hate this thing where this ship just, like, it fires garbage out of its, like, really distant missile bay, and then it just moves 20 spaces to the right every turn. And we do not even have the ability to get over there and catch it. Let's see if we can find the ability. Quick thinking. All right, basic dodge gives me... so we could double over and catch, but if we do that, I think we're going to be pretty miserable. I think I'm just scooting out of the way and shield surging. Okay. Yeah, this thing being 100 miles out in that direction really sucks ass. Well... scramble is necessary to really even play the game this turn. Do I want to just... will you just move over, take some shots, and then move back? Or just, like, even eat them on the shield? I probably will do that. So let's do this, and then one of those. Yeah, I kind of hate fighting this character. How much health do you have? That is just a little bit too much. All right, let's mage hand, block shot. I guess corrosion beam. Why not? There we go. That's at least the shield will absorb all of that. Our wing thing has not been terribly meaningful here. 5 we have, right? Yeah. That was a bummer. We took way more damage there than I would have liked. I feel like Zircon Zip is always really good, right? We probably don't want to take a ton more cards, but I think this one's okay to take. Oh god, crab time is here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's an alright start. Crabs evolve from other crabs. Crabs will evolve into more crabs. Also, everything else will evolve into more crabs. This is really annoying because, like, long-term hull damage doesn't mean anything to AI fighters, but it Sure does mean stuff to us. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna grab this and just put it back out facing that away. And then scoot over and cancel that intent. Alright, nothing we can really do about the heat except try to get out of this encounter quickly. So of course our opponent has 8 billion shield. Alright, Bubble's doing good work. Yeah, we're gonna actually need to repair, which I am not a big fan of. I have a shard in here, right? Yeah. We might be able to get the overflowing power to fire. Okay, it's a little more expensive than I might like, but it'll probably be worth it. And then the best way to do this is going to be Mage Hand, I guess? Well, for our purposes, Block Shot does the same thing, but doesn't cost us a shard. What the hell kind of movement is that? That shit sucks. Alright, Corrosion Beam works even if you don't actually hit them with it. Wow, okay. Double Seekers, that's fun. You have 10 HP. It's potentially helpful. 2-3-4 is not lethal. 4-3-4 is lethal. We have enough. We're good. Bleeding pretty badly here. I don't think we want any of this. So yeah, we do this thing for sure. And I don't think I'm taking a repair here. I think I'm taking deck improvements, right? What would I upgrade? I mean, Corrosion Beam B is pretty hot. I do think it's hard to argue with Corrosion Beam B. We can upgrade Shield Gun as well. No, let's do this thing. If you're gonna bleed him out, you really gotta, put your back into it. Seems like an okay start. And then I guess I'll play the Charge Beam. It's not going to do any damage, but I will play it because it is accelerating our crosslink. This is a lot of... kind of a lot of damage that's being aimed at my head here. Please don't do this. Shield Surge. And... I think we just sit through this rather than spending the evade. Yeah, this just perfectly lined it up thing really sucks, actually. I need you to chill out on that. Wow. Okay. Let's try again. Just any damage effect would be sick. I do not think this is a good time to Corrosion Beam, unfortunately. Quick thinking. There's my crystal shards again. Hey, okay, some actual shots. Ain't that lovely? I think I would rather Zircon Zip here. Let's just bank a bunch of extra evasion. Okay, this isn't too bad. Shard. Quick thinking. Shard. Overflowing power. Now, Block Shot. We're definitely just moving out of the way, right? So yeah, I guess I should be shooting over here where they're not armored. feeling pretty good about our position overall on this one. Do we corrosion beam here? Yeah, I guess so. And I'll just move over again. I do wish that in general it was a little bit more difficult for enemies to move around. It feels like every AI gets to just sort of dance all over the place no matter what. And that's kind of frustrating. Okay, what do you have left? 3? Charge beam was up to 5 there. Pretty good. Hand cannon's cute. Fleetfoot's cute. Mitosis is like pretty fine. Extra energy on the first turn. This is only going to heal us for a couple of points in total over the rest of the run. I think we don't probably want that. Every 3 dizzy cards played gain 1 shield is actually, I think, very good. We have quite a lot of dizzy cards. Okay. So we only have 1 point of evasion here. And 1 point of shielding. Okay, if I do that and then this, we can hold on to everything. And you're gonna engine lock me, right? Yeah, that's not so bad, I think. I may as well get this done. And then let's get rid of the core. We can just sit back and let the corrosion do the thing. Like if he wants to be in super dodge mode every turn, that's fine. Just bank resources and stuff. Sure, shield surge seems fine. Bye. We don't need another unpolished crystal, I don't think. Options B is not a bad card. Like I think basic evade is still good enough to be in the deck. I'm willing to take this. Okay, what an interesting way for this to start. Let's bank a bunch of evade. Let's really like bank a ton of evade. Do I want to attach stun source now? I guess so. Having banked that huge amount of evade makes that, you know, a little bit more sensible, I think. So yeah, this is all right. Right, we can draw shot here, then block shot there, and now we're taking 2 and holding 2, and I guess this is like an okay time to just put up the corrosion beam. Block shot's pretty solid. Yeah, may as well. Yeah, that's fine. Just hold on to it. We have an awful lot of evade. And we do have the wings thing. Like, I haven't forgotten. It's just it is so often correct to, you know, spend all of your energy playing cards. So what do you have left? 9? No, we're not going to make it to 9. Sure. And you know what? This is a time when it's okay to just, I think, clear the wings. All right, show me some. Oh, actually, I have 4 in my hand. The fact that Charge Beam doesn't actually have the sword on it makes it not appear as an attack on like the most sort of the most straightforward glimpse through your hand. Do I want to take Perfect Specimen with the intention of upgrading it to Perfect Specimen A at the remaining shop? You know, I think I'm going to take it. Maybe I won't do that. Who knows? Get real tough or first attack each turn pierces. I feel like we're gonna have to shoot through an enemy's shields no matter what. So this is a little bit less exciting. I'm gonna take the hull plating actually. We'll just toughen up. And then here's the question: is it worth that? I think it's better for me to take the repair now and just have that to heal too during the fight than it is to upgrade it. Okay. Uploading myself in 3, 2, and here we go. Being able to reduce our ship to only 3 units wide is definitely significant. I think I'm going to open with a great big Zircon zip. I'm going to hit that charge beam. Get all of our crystal economy rolling. I'm going to play options B and then just end the turn to let the wings go, shoot through. Okay. It's not a bad time for stun source. I'm going to take some actual damage if I do this, but I think it's worth it. Getting that set up is quite meaningful. And then, how do I want to position? I guess like this? Okay. Overflowing power. Shield surge into a use of the shield gun. Yeah, with just a little bit of stunning power, we're going to find ourselves able to control how much damage we're taking really, really well here, I think. So we can turn you off even without the stun. Definitely Zircon zips. We got 5 evade banks now. This might be kind of gradual, but I think we're definitely going to get there. Sadly, overflowing power is not going to... Yeah, it's not going to do very much for us right now. Well, let's take this. Just hit it again? No, I'll hit options. Our deck is filling with trash pretty quickly. It's pretty all right to play Perfect Specimen now, and in fact, I probably want to just get it out of the deck, right? Speaking of things I want to just get established, let's get that corrosion beam up. We're all set for when we draw power next, and I think I'll just do that. I'll take 1. That's not a big deal. Definitely want to charge beam every time it comes up. Do I want a Zircon zip? Like, I probably do want to wait for the overflowing power, right? This could be a turn where I just like clear some trash. Yeah, I think I'm just taking a lot of like very low impact turns here. This almost doesn't even feel worth doing, right? Because I don't want to, I guess I'll do it for the shield. I don't want to put myself in a position where I can't get the power drive when overflowing power comes back around. But we have enough sources of crystals. I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, and at this point, just like gently sort of like... Yep, that worked out really well. This means we don't get to pull our wings in this turn. So we are taking a pretty big hit, but also we can weather it. So if I move right one more time, I'm losing 4 damage and gaining 3 damage. Yeah, we'll still have a little bit of shield left. All right, so crystal shards up, even more power. And to a certain extent, we can just sit here and wait, right? We can just watch as the corrosion tears them apart. Let's mage hand. But why do that when, you know, you have some murder available? I think we've managed to sort of like, bend the rhythm of the fight in our direction enough. We can afford to just scoot over here. Let's quick thinking. Show me something good. Okay, yeah. That's something good. Definitely get ourselves more shard. I think just shield surge and pass, right? I recognize we are taking a lot of trash on, and I'm not doing a particularly good job like dealing with it, which is a little concerning. It's a little concerning over like a fight of infinite length. However, as I was about to say, this fight is not of infinite length. The opponent's health bar is dwindling rapidly. Who shall it be this time? Yeah, Dizzy. I have questions. I will hear them. This time loop, do you know how to get out? Yes. Can you let us out? If you leave right now, you will be destroyed. Your timelines are too fragile to cross the boundary. Boundary? Are we in some kind of pocket universe? Ah, you must be the clever one. Yep, that's what people are always saying. Aw, thanks. Hey, wait, that wasn't an answer. I mean, it was kind of an answer. So note that books does not appear on the memories menu, and it's interesting, I think, that we can even pick books, because I'm not allowed to pick Riggs, you know? Once we maxed out Riggs' memories, I do kind of want to select books, but also I don't want to do anything to slow down our progress toward the end. We'll probably do it at some point. T-minus 217 days. So basically, we focus 3 particle beams into the crystal sample. Cool. This emits a burst of all kinds of subatomic particles, and a controllable sphere of space-time distortion around the core, which... Oh, hold on, I'm trying to write this all down. Are you using a pencil and a paper notepad there, Isaac? Oh, don't matter. The physics doesn't matter for a drone operator. Well, it matters to me if I'm going to be a participant in a giant explosion. Yeah, that's fair. And there's only a tiny chance of that, though. Oh, good. And there's tons of cool science I could do with this if we're careful. But Perry won't let me. Well, Perry sounds very smart. The important thing is, you don't want to be in the reactor core when it's active. No, I definitely don't. You should write that one down. Don't go inside the particle accelerator. Okay, everything there seems to be functioning as expected. This is good, solid advice. All right, so that was victory number 10. There's still 8 map events we've never seen before? That's wild. So here's our Tide Runner. Is this thing functional in space? It's surprisingly nimble for something made of dead trees. Is it a wood spaceship? Wow. Perhaps a little bit of an Outer Wilds kind of vibe. Immediately after you play the leftmost or rightmost card of your hand, move left or right one. At the start of combat, add an anchor to the draw pile. Okay. So it has a lot of built-in maneuvering. I don't know if I think that's good or not, honestly. But the ship only having 4 shootable spots is awfully nice. Also, the fact that the cockpit is all the way on the left definitely has some value. And I'm kind of curious. So far, we have seen at least one unique artifact for each for each ship type, right? So, I mean, we got to play with the Tide Runner a little bit to see if. Wait, what am I doing? Hold on. Abandon run. I picked the ship we want, but not the crew. That crew was not ideal. Silly me. Okay. So we're working on Dizzy's memories. Who do we want to take alongside Dizzy? We don't need Max. I mean, like, Drake is nice, Perry's nice. We've definitely never run this crew before, right? I don't think so. Okay. Part of me does kind of want to take this. Oh, wow. Yeah, this thing is really is made of wood. I guess let's remove a couple of cards. Let's just nuke some basics. We probably don't need basic block and, basic shot. We'll get outclassed relatively quickly. Hey, could you tell me about FTL? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. FTL uses a hyperspace node system to locate other matter. Essentially, we can jump instantly to any local point within around 20 light years, as long as they've got sufficient mass. Huh? Well, unfortunately around here, that mostly means directly warping into pirates and battle grounds. Wait, does FTL not stand for free taco lunch? Oh. It can? Yay! What a delightful time for everyone. Okay, so. Give me some crystal. I don't actually want to move right, so the anchor is doing good work right now. I guess. Let's burn the anchor and we'll multi-shot and scoot left. This seems like an annoying set of things. I probably would rather have more dodge. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this Tide Runner. Okay. That's another thing I didn't really consider is that the cannon being all the way on the right side of the ship means that a lot of enemies will be able to do this shit to us. Well, I guess let's do this. We'll turn off the core thing here. Okay. Not a very exciting set of turns. I really am going to need you not to go gaining shielding. It's a huge problem for me. I mean, it's working out okay right now. We're going to need a source of extra energy, like pretty early on, I think. Overpower's interesting. I think Multi-Blast is like a fine grab. And there's that beautiful Elite's Path. So we move after... the wood crane in the cockpit's a really nice touch. We move after we take the shot. That's a little bit of a shame. So I can put us in a position where we're going to take 2... I mean, yeah, that's fine. Lunging would be really bad, and so would playing either of these cards. So I guess we don't. Okay, this isn't too bad. Take an opportunity here to, I guess, shield up and burn some garbage. The crystal shard makes us move right, though. Yeah, no, I wanted to do damage, but that came at a cost. This ship might be terrible. I think it just might be. You have to be so careful with your position, like all of the time. And a lot of strategies for dealing with more difficult enemies involve you like sitting on a weak or brittle portion of the enemy ship. Yeah, this is gonna be something. All right, 2 damage we can take. Multi-blast is very helpful. This is not a bad card. It's a decent amount of temp shield for 1 energy and passes some energy forward to the next turn. You only do it once. But I don't know if I think like... No, I'm not going to take it. It's just like it doesn't do enough, you know? You can't be filling your deck with cards that are fine. It's kind of got to be oops all bangers. All right, well, Multi-Blast A is exciting. Multi-Blast B is not terrible either, of course. On this ship, I wonder if upgrading lunge early is going to be like really important, especially since our gun is on the right side of our ship. But Multi-Blast B is really good. Yeah, it's hard to turn down. I think I'm going to take the lunge upgrade because of, you know, the particularities of our situation. Let's hope that keeps us alive. So your ship cannot move at all if this card is in your hand. Yeah, I guess we're just doing this for right now. You know, I should have played Mage Hand before playing the Shard, because we could have picked up a point of permanent shielding there. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Are you okay? There we go. That's what I was hoping for. A little bit of cooperation. Burn the corrupted core while scooting over. This is a little bit inconvenient, especially since playing the anchor is going to cause us to move left. But I guess we have lunge. Yeah, all right. It's this, and then lunge, and then like multi-shots. Fine here. Yeah, the key to making it out of this is just going to be the natural, very, very high damage that comes with having parry on the squad. Well, gain basic dodge, and I guess just pass. We can afford one more hit, and then you have 4 HP left. It definitely feels like this is a ship you want to be playing. Like, while you're playing with Max, this is a good ship to go with. I guess I'm gonna burn my anchor. Like, scoot over here, just do some damage, and then scoot back. Normally evade still works. But yeah, like this ship's movement gimmick makes a lot of Max's stuff much more interesting. Yeah, Zircon Zip's always good. Daka Drum's always good. So I feel like we're getting some stuff together here, but if we win this, it's going to be in spite of our ship's design, not because of it. Once again, anchor just being like really annoying. So multi-blast will put us there. Yeah, that really sucks. Well, all right. So we basic shot. We burn the corrupted core. Very difficult to want to play lunge in this situation. I guess we will. Yeah, we'll Zircon Zip just to maintain the point of evade so that we can do that. And I guess just Mage Hand for a point of shielding. Well, this could be a little ugly. So we can get to 3 shield. But I wonder if it's worth the trouble. This makes me not even want to play my Crystal Shard. All right, we're going to do that. Interestingly, okay, it's interesting that drawing Anchor, I guess because it was part of the card, this card was in my hand by the time the other one finished resolving, and then it tries to process the move at the end of the resolution. This is annoying because it means I'm doing this in a different spot where I'm not getting any damage bonuses, but whatever, we got our 3 shield. So I guess multi-shot so that I can multi-blast. Yeah, for some reason in my head, like there was an extra move that was going to happen with the ship there that I don't know. I think I logically shortcutted myself into thinking one of those cards was gonna provoke a free move, despite the fact that that's not how the ship works. I gotta be honest with you, that ship seems just profoundly awful. The -3 max hull hits it really hard, and then you have basically no control over its positioning, which makes it really hard to take advantage of the scaffold and stuff. So let's take it down to hard, and I'm gonna try to put up a win with it, but it's a bummer. It is not a very good ship at all. I guess a random rare card. Okay. You know, I don't want to be doing the same run over and over again. I hope y'all see how this is not my intent. But gosh, they sure do like giving me the same cards over and over again. Definitely want to remove the anchor here. Yeah, this thing is very annoying. You can't just set up a position where you'll be able to just shoot at the enemies. And then on top of that, with like lunge in the deck, maybe I should be playing without lunge, playing a non-parry starter, in fact. Well, that was a pretty bad draw. Alright, can we get 6 damage done this turn? No, absolutely not. Three movement is going to get my cannon. 1, 2. Yeah, all right. Just enough banked up. And I don't really think either of those are very compelling. Okay, I do like this top path. So we can take an upgrade on multi-shot right away. We could just strip basic cards out of the deck. You know what? I'm going to take that lunge upgrade right away. I really do think that's pretty important. Sadly, we are just not going to get to deal any real damage here. Yep, and then you're going to pick that up. It is at least easier for this ship to deal damage to this thing than it is for a lot of other ships. Alright, I definitely want to take the mage hand. Lunge takes us so hilariously far out of the way. If I lunge back that way, it's going to push us to the right one afterward, which is not really what I want to do. This will take me 1, 2, 3 over. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't tell if this anchor is good or not here. So that moves you to there. I can shield surge and I guess just not play anything else. I also definitely think there's something to be said for playing this ship with Isaac, or just like being able to make use of the missile bay in some way. Okay, I actually get to attack the enemy sometimes. That's fun. I don't get to attack them for very much, of course. Okay, got a little bit of damage. The EMP is something. We can upgrade the EMP to not wipe out our own shields. I think EMP is actually quite good. There are a lot of ships that are very reliant on having a huge amount of shielding. And the fact that you can fire that and just remove that all, I think is often a very big deal. So now the question, do we upgrade the EMP right away? Or do we just strip some of our... I think we just strip some of our less good cards. Alright, what's up, X07? Alright, we're going to do this while we can't move. And we're going to clear the anchor. Yeah, like carefully working with your anchor, I think, is probably a really big part of playing this ship well. Trying my level best to actually deal some damage here. Alright, burn the anchor. Definitely want to move over there. At least its guns are conveniently positioned for us. Well, that's a lot of trash. I will say, obviously, like there is if you can get a strafe, obviously that card has an awful lot of value with the ship type. Well, we don't have to rely solely on this effect to move. We still can use evasion in the normal way. Please show me 3 damage. Probably not, it turns out. Well, we can do this. Still need 3 damage. There we go. Attack for 4 damage, then put a bunch of fumes in your draw pile. The thing about, this is not relevant for this card, but a thing I'm just thinking is that effects that generate free cards are going to tend to float us to the right because new stuff gets created at the right edge of your hand. So actually the Daka Drum's probably a little weird. Yeah, I don't know if I think that's actually very good. Do we want deflection? It's not bad. It's not great though. Okay, Overcharger's like very fine. It's extremely whatever. And it's Drake, yay! I will absolutely take this. Let's just go ahead and expand my crystal capacity right away. Alright, bank a bunch of resources. Complete tactical evasion. Am I still just banking resources? Kind of think so. Well, just kind of jumping around. That's a very annoying place for you to have gone. It doesn't do any of us any good. What are you thinking? Okay, and then like Mage Hand and move left once. Let's remove the anchor. I guess overflowing power again. Just banking resources. Waiting for better opportunities. This fucking anchor. It's really annoying. We're getting so close to actually being able to use overflowing power. I will continue to use it as step left. And the anchor like only shows up at times when it's really annoying. The EMP doesn't seem very good here. All right, here we go. Some actual damage. Pretty good time to draw all that. Okay, Weaken Hull is great. Weaken Hull B is even greater. Yeah, the ability to apply Brittle where we want it to go even feels very significant. The Regenerator is perfectly fine. It's a very reasonable card. The jet thrusters are super not interesting. Yeah, we'll take that Regenerator, I suppose. What a weird artifact, those jet thrusters. Alright, well... pretty much a huge bummer for this to be on this side of my hand. That's like an okay start. Do I want to apply a weaken all the way over here? Probably not. And I guess I may as well put a point of real shield underneath that. This is a little annoying. We're definitely going to have to move. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of dedicated to taking one here. Okay, not a bad start. Suppose this is a fine time for a weaken. Hey, that's pretty good. Except we can't get back to the left after we play it. Yeah, alright, we'll have to just... I mean, we'll have to just do 6 damage, right? It's not that big of a deal, but it's a little frustrating. Okay, there we go. 3 damage. Takes forever. We definitely just need damage on the ship, right? So convert shield into evade. I don't think is actually all that interesting. I like the art on button mash. It gives you a nice button to mash. It's not horrible, but it's just not good enough to be worth taking, I think. A grimoire. Get a crystal shard the first turn of each combat. Interesting. I wonder if it will always put it in the hand last. You know, Grazer Beam is probably actually phenomenal in this situation. Like, it's a very good artifact normally, but especially in this situation where we like desperately, it's very difficult for us to aim. So do we take the weaken hull upgrade or do we peel cards? I think I'm going to grab that weaken hull upgrade. Honestly, it's so good. Okay, where are we at here? This is kind of a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I'll just take that. This doesn't feel like a terrible place to dump the weaken. Scoot over and just eat 1 hull damage. So that's a little awkward. So if we take the block shot, oh, I don't have any natural evade though. No, this is just a crummy situation. Well, I have lunge, right? So like we could lunge right 2 spaces, then block shot. That's not bad. Just take mage hand as a point of shield. Basic block, which I'm not happy to be playing, but it's not going to kill us. And then you get this shit. Well, 3 leftward moves is pretty good here, actually, I think. So maybe we just accept that it's not a big turn, but it also doesn't harm us. And then this is not bad. Definitely want the point of evade and the overflowing power over shield search. This is only actually 3 damage. Shoot, I don't want to move anymore. Wow, that's a lot of damage. My kingdom for a parry. Well, we definitely have to anchor here. So when we lunge... Yeah, lunge is pretty important. And then it's like basic dodge and tap over once more. This is livable. We're going back to full health off of the post-boss heal, no matter what, so... Honestly, this might just be an EMP. Yeah. Actually, fuck all that. Oh, you have so much HP left. Okay. Crystal shard me out of here. So we can move with this 2. 1, 2, 3. I would like 4 total points of movement. That's not too bad. We can do that. So we shield surge, and then we lunge, and that gets us out without having to spend any evade. I don't really see a lot of percentage in participating in this battle. Just be over here. If you want to stop shooting for 6,000 or whatever, you know, just come talk to me. This isn't too bad. We can get back in and deal a little bit of damage on this. I gotta get back to that brittle point, you know? So 8 HP. This is pretty inconvenient. So we want to move to the right just so much. Yeah. Kind of think we have to like really like pick our opportunities here. Do I want to accept 3? No, I don't think I do. Okay. Lunge, then overflowing power. Frustrating that we have to do it in that order, but we weren't going to get the damage off the lunge otherwise. I guess I shield, it doesn't really do anything, but... Alright, 6, and my shots are all super... Of course, the fucking anchor. Of course the anchor. And so because I have to play anchor, I can't deal 6 damage. So right now we're taking 4, which is survivable. If I move in either direction, I die. Okay, this is we got this. That was way closer than it needed to be. I guess, you know, last turn I maybe could have done a step left, step right between shots. I don't know. Medusa Field's pretty whatever. Perfect Specimen. Perfect Specimen putting a crystal shard into your deck that just is always a crystal shard that you don't have to polish yourself first is pretty good. Yeah, you know what? I will take that. Permanently gain +1 max shield. Okay, right, this thing. I mean, I hate to do the boring thing, but I feel like Glass Cannon's so good. There's very little that can compete with gain 1 energy every turn. And the downside that's attached to it is just not nearly bad enough to actually be a problem. Sorry, I have to anchor first, because of course. Okay, may as well shield up. Yeah, 4 energy is not going to solve all my problems, but it's certainly going to help with some of them. I probably don't want to overflowing power here, then. Yeah, it's just not worth it. All right, let's move over, weaken the hull right here, and then just drill a couple of shots in there. Fucking anchor. Spend a lot of time dancing with this ship. And then I think that's lethal, right? Yeah. Just had to get myself over to where I could actually do some damage. Stun charge and stun shot are both fine. Extra batteries also, like, fine. Extra energy, but, you know, effectively you're down a card that turn. It's not very exciting. Okay, well, we've got something going here. I'm not going to try. I'm trying not to belabor the point here. I don't like this ship very much. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I am going to attempt to pilot this waving boat to a single victory, and then we are maybe never going to play it again. I don't know. It's maybe I will become charmed. Maybe I will fall in love with it during the second half of the run. I suppose it remains to be seen. Come back next time to find out, and we'll see you then.